his advantage with the final press.
The TV screen is probably bigger than me, almost. And I remember watching the TV screen, it was on almost like a table. So as I was standing up like this tall, it was like eye level with me, and it was on the hard camera shot, really far away. And it was a shot of this Ultimate Warrior, he's pinning Hogan, and like the whole, just all of the people and how the whole building came up. It was like, when I was little and I saw that, it was like hypnotic. Like, that lived in my head forever. That was kind of it for me. And I tried to do everything else I possibly could to not be a wrestler. Right. I tried to do everything I could, and it was always there. It was something I had to try. And then the very first day I went into a wrestling school, I was like hooked. Like, I'd never been more certain than anything in my life.
You know, there's some things that just makes me wonder, like, how is it even possible to do this?
I called it. I totally called that shit, dude. I knew this type of situation was gonna happen if they weren't getting more TV time on the main roster shows.
Bruh, WWE? Yeah, crazy for this one.
There's no explanation for this. I don't give a damn whose fault it was. You just lost two WWE superstars that could have made the WWE product a lot better than it is right now, and heading into the future of WWE. Ugh, fuck.
I don't have many favorite pro wrestlers these days, but this guy and his wife? Yeah, these two are cool as hell to me. I could see them honestly being major names in the company. I don't know about anyone else, but I could absolutely see that.
It's like searching for something special, and then when you find it, you mishandle it, or for whatever the reason, you drop it and let it stay on the ground in the middle of the busy public streets.
I just felt like, what the fuck, man? Like, why are they not on the show more? WWE needs these type of superstars. I was just so pissed when I got the news that they didn't re-sign them. I swear, I wanted to send WWE an email or something to try and send a message to Triple H.
Oh my God, I was just heartbroken. And then I got so pissed because I love them and they brought something to WWE that we haven't seen like this before. They were so damn unique and dark. Do you know how fucking cool that shit is, dude? What the hell? Damn, WWE, you really fucked up that one.
If you really wanted to stop companies like AEW from taking WWE released talent and building momentum to kicking your ass on their programs, then this right here is not how you go about it, y'all. I mean, y'all clearly are about to hand Tony Khan and AEW a serious addition to that brand if they get to sign these two. You think people aren't gonna watch that? Shit, I know I would. You kidding me? I'll watch that shit every motherfucking week.
I used to imagine the directions they could have gone in when it came to storylines for these two to be in with other WWE superstars. It's like every time something interesting gets introduced to this place, and fans like us who've watched this shit since the New Generation era to the Attitude era till now get some small piece of something cool, it just doesn't get to stay. Right? We just can't have these two here for whatever reason. I don't know why, but from the looks of things from our end, this just looks really fucked up.
I remember getting several text messages from everyone here about it in a span of like an hour to 2 hours about them not getting re-signed after SummerSlam. We all here were so upset. Words can't express how angry we all were. I think that was the moment I knew something is seriously wrong with the WWE and its management structure, or there's something going on backstage there that can't be said on the front end, that can't be shown and told to us.
The day we found out here was insane. Dude, I think I had just finished talking about how much I've enjoyed SummerSlam in New Jersey for the 2 nights when we all went together. And by the way, they were finally on another PLE. So I just finished talking about this event being so good with all that happened those 2 nights, and then boom, hit with the news shortly after that the re-signing is not going to happen for them both to stay with WWE. We were all texting each other and cussing. It was, let's just say if we would have put out all of the things that was said on those days when the news broke, we would probably have gone viral for all the wrong reasons.
A favorite of mine? Oh, for sure. One of my top faves, hands down. I think it's WWE superstars like them that helps a wrestling promotion sell tickets very easily. When heel characters work well and got respect for the business like they both do, what? This is like Vince finding Mark Calloway or Andre the Giant all over again. But this time, you get a married couple with both of them having these same values and respect for the business.
As a woman who loves pro wrestling and WWE, I just feel like they would have really helped not just the men's division, but she could have played a huge part in the women's division as well, you know? Are you kidding me? Let's not forget, she was a WWE superstar first, which means she can wrestle too. So that's like gold for the company, when you can be a manager with a background in theater, for those who don't know, and if needed to, she could wrestle as well. I think she's damn badass is what she is, and so is he. This to me is just not something you let fall through the cracks.
I do recall us all being told that we're going to watch a few videos together in our theater downstairs. We were all just really sad, you know? Like, I swear to you, if you came in there, you would have thought these two died or something, and we were like grieving of loss. I know, sounds a little extreme, but that's what the atmosphere felt like in the air at the time. So, we watched, I think it was a video from his own personal YouTube channel that, by the way, that we all subscribe to. I think the video was called "My WWE Contract is About to End" or something like that. Anyways, after we watched that one, later we watched another one that same week of him on Ariel's show, and that cleared up everything on his part for me. I was just sitting there and thinking like, oh shit, now I see what the hell is going on back there in WWE management.
After we all watched those videos of him talking about his contract and how he was being treated, plus he expressed how he really doesn't want to be anywhere else except the WWE, then they pretty much didn't negotiate his contract and his concerns of wanting to know two simple fucking questions of, hey guys, how did we get to this number? And what about my wife? Because I remember what happened to her last time. I just want to know so I can understand. That's what I got out of it from his end. But I guess since you don't just take what you're given and shut the fuck up, you get frowned upon and the management doesn't want to have this, or someone was looking at him after asking that like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Oh, we're about to teach him a lesson right now. Well, how about no WWE contract for you or your wife now? Yeah, take that, bitch. Teach you not to ask questions. Like some Oliver Twist shit. Seriously. Please, sir, I want some more. I would have just had Triple H talk to the dude and his wife and just explain to him the details, and if he needs to do something else moving forward to stay in good graces with the higher-up management, since he mentioned he couldn't just directly talk to Triple H, but there was a person or people between them to talk back and forth to about this contract. It sounds like a dick-swinging contest in management to me.
There's always two sides, or in this case, three sides to a story. You got his side, then you got Triple H's side, then you got the WWE higher management, or the guy or guys in the middle of him and Triple H. Everybody will have a different story of what exactly happened in this situation. Now, I know for a fact that Triple H is busy as hell trying to fill the Vince McMahon Jr. role in WWE, plus keep all his bosses happy. And if y'all can't see that it's weighing on him, then you blind as hell. Bruh, he's doing a lot. And he sees what Vince dedicated his whole life to for all these decades to build this place. So with that, you have to understand that Triple H doesn't have time to monitor or babysit his kids from his beloved black and gold days of NXT. Those days are over, and he needs all of them to take what they've been taught and apply it to this main roster, or get the hell out the way. For real, if it was you, right? And you doing everything to keep your job and keep the WWE fans and critics happy, plus make the best decisions for the talent with restricted power because you don't own the place or in a position to say this or that when a final big decision comes up, you would be less involved of these contracts too. Y'all coming at Triple H, and y'all should remember that he gave this guy and his wife a job again the moment he had the power to do so, along with several released WWE talent. Facts.
I just think that interview says it all. You can just hear the truth right there in that interview with Ariel Helwani that he's a loyal and dedicated WWE superstar. So why the fuck is he and his wife not in the company to be an example to all the other superstars in the back? This is where I start to lose my shit because we get assholes over the years that come in that locker room and think that they're God's gift to WWE and pro wrestling for that matter, when most of them can't even fucking wrestle that good or talk on the mic, but get booked for Royal Rumble wins and WrestleMania championship main events and shit. I won't name anyone, but I think you know a couple of these assholes I'm talking about over the course of time that we've had to just watch get more and more money and spotlight. And you can't tell me 3 5-star matches they've had or championships that they've made something great happen as champion on that title reign. Exactly. Nothing. But now we have this guy and his wife who are willing to learn and grow to become like a main event superstar in WWE with respect and love for this. Then what happens? What happens, huh? They get treated like shit and not important enough to get re-signed.
I'm not sure if Karrion Kross and Scarlett are a big draw for WWE at the moment that their contract ended. I can say that we here in this office were there live at MetLife Stadium for SummerSlam, and we heard the pop that they got the moment he came out to have his match against Sami Zayn. Now just think about that for a little bit. Here's 2 superstars that's rarely on WWE programs, and because of the demand for him and his wife to get their chance to give the fans something different, to bring value to the WWE product, you hear the roar of the crowd once he starts to get a little something going. Fans feel like they won something that was worth fighting for. But when he wasn't re-signed, it seems like really, they lost. We all lost.
I can tell you the answer is no. No, they're not over completely with the WWE universe yet. But that's the thing. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes time. Look at Roman, okay? He was being pushed down the WWE universe's throats when he first broke away from the Shield. Then what did Vince do? He had to try all these other ways to make us all like this guy, and not because he beat his sickness. No, we liked him because of the long character building that went into the heel turn of him being the tribal chief of that bloodline story. It took Vince McMahon years to get that shit over with the brain and guidance of Paul Heyman. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take that damn long for Karrion and Scarlett to get over. Hell no. This could happen the moment you bring them both back together and sign to a nice WWE contract that makes sense for both them and the WWE as a major investment of them being valuable assets to the brand.
One of my favorite moments of Karrion Kross and Scarlett on WWE was that scene of him and Scarlett where he's all acting like he's in pain and she's like, "Oh, stop this act." And then they both start laughing like little evil geniuses of how they're getting to their opponent and their plans are working. Oh, I just love that type of shit. It's just so damn good when you see something in WWE that's so rare and executed perfectly like that, how Scarlett and Karrion did that scene backstage that night. It speaks volumes of their talent and what else you'll see from both of them. I like other moments from them, but the whole Sami Zayn storyline and the pipe attack to Sami on Raw, damn, that was awesome for both of them to finally just be vicious like they should be.
I would have to say the time when Karrion and Scarlett returned at SmackDown. That was the coolest damn thing that got added to Roman's bloodline story. He just came out of nowhere and attacked Drew, and then Scarlett sits the Saw Hourglass at Roman Reigns' feet while he was in the ring. Oh man, that is what makes guys like me keep watching WWE. Those type of surprises that you never forget, because it's all about making a moment. It's things like this that made me like Karrion Scarlett. Do you know what him showing up back in WWE could do for the excitement factor in WWE? It'll certainly be a shock, and a damn good one too at that.
If you ask anyone in this Step Your Game Up Writers Team leader circle, who's got the most stories and ideas for Karrion Kross and Scarlett, you'll hear from everyone that it's out of me and Darson. This is exactly why we're sitting here talking to you about this. We've made some really cool stuff that would have had them making WWE a place of mayhem, and the WWE sales would have skyrocketed to the top on their merch. I'm serious. WWE should really rethink this whole thing.
Well, I was sending in my weekly story pitches at least once or sometimes even 4 times a week on Karrion Kross and Scarlett. I was really pushing for an episode for us to do on them, and Kelly and I got enough people in the office to get our management to agree to do the video episode on them. I was the one leading the band on this whole project, and I wanted this to be done right. I wanted for once for the world to hear what we, the fans of Karrion Kross and Scarlett, think of this situation and their WWE status, as well as the frustration in our own words and raw attitude on how we truly feel about the hard work and long hours and months we all spent on creating stories for them, only to have it all thrown away with them not being in WWE any longer for whatever reason.
I saw this Aleister Black and Zelina mess. Ugh, oh my god. Look, I get it, he's dark and always have been. But she sure as hell wasn't. What the fuck is this shit? This is a damn bootleg version of Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Get that shit out of here, dude. But I tell you what, this is good for a nice rivalry down the line. But as far as me liking this pairing, hell no. Zelina needs to get better in the damn ring first because her match with Rhea Ripley was a mess. Come on, WWE Creative, get her ready first. Then she can come to the table as a problem. I thought by now she would be ready.
Next question.
Yes. Yes, damn it. Bring them the fuck back. And don't give them some lame bullshit contracts, WWE. Let him have a direct communication to Triple H on the behalf of him and his wife. And let them have the chance to work in WWE and bring some value to this brand. If you guys need storylines, oh, I got that. Hell, we all here at Step Your Game Up all got that. You guys really should hire us and work with us to make not just them, but the entire WWE better. I'm just saying, dude, contact us. But anyways, I'm going with The Office on this one. It should be the Royal Rumble match, and he wins that shit. Hell yeah! Then I'll even book him to take on Punk or Cody for the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship. That'll sell those fucking expensive-ass tickets, TKO.
Of course. Well, of course. We need them both back together like they were. There's too much here to give away to another promotion, WWE. You have to go get them. If not, AEW will make you pay for this mistake. He should return at the Royal Rumble and enter the match. Then he wins it and choose to face Cody Rhodes. I'm fine if it's not Cody, but it should be for the championship, and he should win it.
I personally wrote these 2 storylines to fit them and try and give the WWE creative department something to use. But now it's no use on sharing it because they're not here. Like, why throw my pearls to the ground? I know for a fact these would have been great for them, and this is just going to stay right here in my book of cool storylines I've created this year. It'll eventually get used for someone or sold to some company at some point, so I'm really not worried. I created about 6 or 7 storylines in total for them both. I see Scarlett as a single superstar as well. She's in most of these with him, but then at one point she's got her own problems that I've created. So yeah, I have to say we all had lots of work here waiting to unload on the creativity for these 2 because we all love both Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
But, I guess that's just how this talent to create stories work. It burns off of something that sparks your interest and imagination. For me, Karrion Kross and Scarlett sparks my creative side very strong because they carry this dark, mysterious vibe. It just makes me want to explore the unknown, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. Without a fucking doubt. Are you kidding me? Bring them both back before WrestleMania Las Vegas. He wasn't a part of it really in WrestleMania 41, and now they're heading back there again. Fuck yeah, bring them back. And not just bring them back, but skyrocket him to the damn top as the guy to represent your brand, but as a heel first, with her by his side.
I would say, Karrion Kross and Scarlett, we miss you two and we're in this fight with you. We will do everything we can to help bring you back home to WWE. If not, then I know with all that we're doing here in this next year, we'll be able to work directly with you two very soon, hopefully, on some really cool projects. I have written a lot of storylines for you two, and I'm still coming up with more. So don't be a stranger here with us at S.Y.G.U. You guys are awesome, and we love both of you and your characters. Oh, and Scarlett, your acting and your character is the very best I've seen since Queen Sherry with Macho Man Randy Savage. I would go to say even better. If she was here, she'll be proud of you, and I just know it. You're both my favorites and fucking badass.
Splintered oak lies gathering the dust of hope. The map we drew in our own blood is fading with the coming flood. A misstep in the sacred dance, a shadow of a second chance. And the sands are falling, but they fall for us. This broken hourglass, we hold the rust. They think the story's told, the final page has folded, but this is not the last you'll hear of us in this world. We built the throne, then lost the floor, retreating through a hidden door. The symphony we meant to lead now plays a solitary, desperate creed to navigate the failing sun, to find the power we begun. And the sands are falling, but they fall for us. This broken hourglass, we hold the rust. They think the story's told, the final page has folded, but this is not the last you'll hear of us in this world. The season turns, the hunt is on. The will to live, the older, stronger dawn. And from the shadows, cold and deep, a silent vow, the night will keep. We are the watchers, eyes are bright, far from the distance, in the killing night. is walk, the night is walk. We measure time to reclaim our throne. Far from the distance, the shadows cast. This is not the last. One day we'll be back.
Authors, have I done something wrong?